Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. It's my first video after the hurricane, and I just want to thank you so much for all of your texts, your well wishes, your thoughts and prayers of safety, and the messages on YouTube and on Facebook. Really, really appreciate that. It's interesting because in my building, there was not so much as a flicker of the lights. Side note, there is a nun that lives in my building. Coincidence? I don't know. So it was interesting to hear all these people going, "Are you safe?" when we were fine. In fact, it was kind of like a big slumber party. I was here with my girlfriends, we were doing arts and crafts. I went outside and I ran around half naked like a mermaid, you know, kind of playing in the rain. My friend who was out of power, who lived downtown, she came up and it was like, "Hey, let's hang out and talk about boys," you know? And then I turned on the news and like everybody in my building, we were viewing the destruction going on downtown and in Staten Island as if it were across the country, because if we walked outside our front door, there were restaurants opening back up and people are walking their dogs and kids are playing, and it seemed like nothing had even happened. But I heard a lot of people were going out to volunteer, so I checked some organizations, and most of the relief websites were looking for people with medical expertise and or money. And I have neither. So I decided to do what I do every time when there's trouble, which is whip out my saxophone. I thought that if I played my saxophone on the Upper West Side where there wasn't that much destruction to raise money for Sandy, it would start to turn heads and people would pay attention like I hadn't been paying attention. And it worked. Basically what I did all last summer to pay the rent, and it worked. But this time I had the sign that said Saxin for Sandy, and people kind of had a different reaction, which was neat. Seems like a little money is being made so far in my felt Santa bag, and I'll start again later and see how it goes. Okay, so it's about 7:30 p.m., starting up shop again, and now I'm with opera singer Paulette. Paulette just moved into my building, and I met her like 4 days ago, but she decided to come out with me that night to continue raising money.
Singing and saxing the circle for Sandy.
Singing, alliteration at its best. Paulette sang beautifully. I continued to play my sax, and people started to put in a lot of money. We've made quite a bit of money. Somebody just dropped in a $20 bill. There were a ton of food stands right across from where we were playing, and one woman came up to us and said that she appreciated so much New York coming together and what we were doing that she offered us free waffles and coffee. She works at the waffle stop right across there, and Paulette, what kind of waffle you getting?
Strawberry.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
But it didn't stop there. Once Paulette received the waffle, a guy came up and asked her if he could have a bite, and she said, "Yeah, we can share."
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
Fine.
I'm Paulette.
I just met this girl and she is so cool, and I was touched by the people donating. I was touched by the generosity of Paulette, and for something that I thought would just be like another fun way to raise money really turned into a moving experience, and I think spoke a lot about just people willing to give in times of need. Singing and saxing, and I think it went really well.
It was very sexy.
Yeah. I want to thank everybody who came out and donated, everybody for their support on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter. I really appreciate it, guys, so much. And moving on to the next natural disaster, the presidential election. Should I wear these shoes to the voting booth, or should I wear these shoes? Patriotic options. Get out there and vote, and if you haven't seen this video, be sure to check out the Adele and Deschanel episode 2. I'm making it with the People's Improv Theater, and it's a song about how you should go out there and vote. From yours truly, Zoe Deschanel and Adele. So thanks so much for tuning in. Comment below, connect with me on Facebook. I'd love to hear from you, and I will see you next week.